I guess we're live. I think so. I think we're live. I don't know for sure. It's so hard to tell. I'm using Streamlabs on my tablet, so maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I don't know. This is definitely going to be different and a little weird, but um, if you guys are here, please give me a little message and let me know that you can see me. We're doing a kind of a different stream tonight. We're doing something. I had to move out of my office, so yeah, it looks well. I've just got a notification that I'm live, so let's see if my microphone's working. That'll be fun. Magic Tricks 51 is here. What's up, man? How you doing? Hopefully you can hear me okay. Hopefully the stream's working. I'm gonna check that right now. And let's take. Oh, hey, look, it is working. Okay, great. Okay, so Magic Tricks 51 is here. Um, as you guys know, I'm not in my office right now. I'm not. And it's because my wife, you can see and hear me well. Okay, good. Good. So, wife's got a little bit of a headache, and so, my office is in our bedroom. And so I am out here doing it old school style, the way that I used to do these live streams like 2 years ago. So I hate the color of the light, the color cast that this is giving me. It makes this look totally yellow, and I don't like. I want to see if I can set this up because I think this would look a lot better if we had this sitting like right here. Although, hey, look, there's my twin also on a live stream right behind me. Wow, and he's watching his twin on a live stream. And he's watching his twin on a live stream. Ooh, spooky. So, yeah, let me see if I can find a way to prop this up a little bit because I don't really need the keyboard for anything. So, you guys hang tight, and I'm going to go get something to prop up all of this thing, okay? When in doubt, Harry Potter books. This is a little awkward, but I'll tell you, if you guys are doing those Zoom magic shows, the best thing you can do is prop up your. If you're doing it on a laptop, prop up your laptop. See, because look how much better that looks. You're not looking up my nose. I'm gonna pull one more book here. Very important. Very important. So tonight is just kind of hang out. I don't really have a crazy rant topic like I did with the illusionist thing. Today's just kind of hanging out, chilling, trying to make this work so that my wife can rest too. So I don't want her to be uncomfortable. She's got a little bit of headache going. So we're letting her chill. So this is what we got tonight, fellas. Hope that works for you. Hope you can hear me okay. I'm using a microphone that I don't usually use for live streams. It's actually a camera microphone. And I'm doing this on my tablet, so there it is. Okay, so what are we talking about tonight? Well, we are very busy this weekend, actually. I've got a lot going on. I got my nephew's birthdays tomorrow, which I think we're going to try to meet the family for that. We are... or I'm doing a show. Thank goodness. So grateful. I can't count on shows like I used to. So if I get one, it's like, hey, it feels like a miracle every time I get one now. And then I'm working on something. I'm working on a Patreon exclusive thing, behind the scenes thing, going to doing a parlor show at a house and showing some behind the scenes on how that works as a professional magician, things that I worry about and the things that I think about, to comport myself in a professional manner and do a good job. So that's kind of what I'm working on. Editing. Got to shoot another YouTube video for this Thursday. All that kind of stuff. Finally got my microphone working again too, which is nice. Yeah. It's here. What's up, It? How you doing, man? Kind of weird. I know this is kind of a different setup. I hope everything looks okay and sounds okay. Nah, I kind of had to do this last minute, so. In the hospital bed. You're not. Ugh. What's going on, man? Are you in a hospital bed? I assume he'll respond at some point. Hopefully he's okay. It's never good. Don't like to see my friends hurt. Um, what else are we talking about? Well, I kind of wanted to just kind of hang out with you guys tonight. I have been here for like a day. Intentionally, or is it something elective, or do you kind of get sick and have to go? It's not good. Um, yeah, shoot, man. Well, maybe you don't want to talk a lot about it on a live stream. I understand, but geez, almighty. Well, I hope you're okay. Hey, holler at me offline, and maybe we can talk about it a little bit more. That's not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's not good. I hope you're all right. Um, so tonight's live stream is going to mostly be about. I don't have a big rant like I did for the illusionist thing. Not anymore. I do want to answer questions this week. I've been thinking a lot about Zoom shows and thinking about kind of avenues that are, if you wanted to get started in magic, things that you might be able to do, just all these different topics. And I kind of wanted to see if I could answer questions, or if maybe there's some curiosity about how the whole process is working right now or not working right now, or you are trying to get work yourself, or I'm just open to answering questions. I want to see if I can be helpful to the community. If you have your question, if you have something on your mind, I'd love to talk with you about it and see if I can't provide an answer for you. I feel a little out of my element, if I'm honest, because I feel like this is very. I don't know. Let me take a picture of it, and you can see what I've got going on here, and then you can. That's you guys. Your stack of books and a tablet and a microphone. So, yeah, a little weird. Not my usual setup. I'm not used to this, but I'm trying to make it work. Hopefully everything looks okay and sounds okay. So Joey V is here. What's up, Joey V? Yeah, I had an uncomfortable moment tonight that I wanted to talk about a little bit. And it's a sensitive thing, and it's uncomfortable, and it's something that happened to me today. Also, oh, hey, before we get into that, what do you think about this? Do you guys notice anything different? You probably don't, because it's so dark and not my natural lighting that I have. You guys notice anything different? Huh? Look at that. Look, I have a mustache now. It looks like it's thicker. It's not thicker. It's the same thickness. It's just it's just for men. It's just for men. But apparently women can use it too. But I still got some of my patches are still showing through, but I got I got one right here, and I got one right here on my chin. But yeah, I have very blonde beard hair. Very blonde, and actually I have quite a bit of gray in my beard too. I'm getting to an age. And it makes especially here around my lips, right here, it's almost completely blonde. And so everybody, people are like, "Oh, you do have a mustache." So I was like, you know what, screw it. I've never dyed my hair before. I didn't have this hair long enough to do anything with it. But I've never dyed my beard hair before or anything like that. And I was like, you know what? I bet if my blonde hair was darker, everybody would actually be able to see it, and my beard would look a heck of a lot fuller. So, yeah, I did that. I was just a little, I think it looks good. I think it looks really good. I do have a little bit of staining on my skin still, which I'm not a big fan of. But it looks, start to look, manly. I like that I have a mustache now. Look at that. I got a mustache. Now I can do this. See if I can get it. No, it's not just the lighting, my friend. I have a more full looking mustache because you can actually see all my hairs now. I'm keeping my grays. You know what? There is something to be said. It's not an age thing for me. I don't really care. I thought about actually just bleaching the whole thing like gray or white or silver or something, because I actually thought that would look really cool as a magician. But the reason I did it was because I wanted to see my facial hair. I've been growing it out. I got this. I have a mustache. Look at that, like a legitimate mustache, and nobody ever sees it because my hair's so blonde. So I was like, screw that, man. I want to robust, the manly beard thing. So yeah, I like it. I think I'm gonna keep doing it. It matches my eyebrows quite well. So, yeah, what did I want to talk about? Well, I had kind of an awkward situation happen recently. I had, do I want to talk about it? Here, I'll give you a close up of the beard. Although nobody's ever gonna want to see this ever again, but it's a pretty full beard. It's not so thick that it looks like I'm wearing but it's decently thick. Um, so I don't know. I've ran into more conflict between different performers and magicians this year than I ever have in my whole life. And it's not because I dislike any of them or that any of them dislike me. It's just there's been some decisions made out of scarcity, and they have been kind of unfortunate. Yeah, here. ASMR, yeah. We're gonna have I guarantee we're gonna have Gildas and we're gonna have Lane, and they're both gonna come on here and be like, this is lame, man. This used to be a magic channel. What are you guys doing? I love you guys. I do. You guys are wonderful and have such wonderful contributors to the channel. But I know you hate anything that's not like hyper specific magic related, and I always feel so bad. I'm like, but I enjoy it, and a lot of other people are seeming to enjoy it. So I've got to. I don't know. I'm so conflicted because I don't want to. I know if you come here come to the channel, you're probably looking here to see magic stuff, and sometimes you're not. I don't know. I think it's fun to do something a little bit different sometimes. Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel conflicted. So, let's see. Everybody's still waiting to hear the news about the election. I will never publicly acknowledge what camp I'm in or not, because I think there's places for both, and I think we've lost the ability to actually have conversations with one another, to be able to disagree respectfully with one another, and so I think that's very sad. And so, I completely abstain from that in the public. I can't talk about my affiliations or not my affiliations or my political. I don't talk about them as a matter of course. But I will say this has been an interesting election, and I know everybody is kind of waiting to see what happens. So there you go. I was at a restaurant gig tonight, and the restaurant was not very busy, and which is strange for a Friday night. But they were not busy. It's because everybody's sitting at home. The whole week I heard that it's been very slow because everybody's been sitting at home waiting to hear election results and all that kind of stuff. I don't know when we'll find out. So I'm curious, as everybody else is. I bet a lot of people right now that normally are on the stream about this time are probably, watching CNN or Fox or ABC or NBC or MSNBC or whatever channel you watch. But it's an interesting race, and I know that no matter what, somebody's going to be upset. So, whatever. I'm not going to do a beard scratching ASMR, although I really like the idea of doing that because I have a beard. So yeah, I don't know what's. I don't know. Wanted to. I wanted to see if it was possible because we've done it in the past to do some kind of live stream game something rather. I don't know if I can do that, but I'm gonna see. I'm on my my tablet and it allows me to do some stuff, and I don't know how to do all the things that it can do. Screen capture, tutorial, destination. Can you see what I'm seeing? I don't know what's going on. Did I lose everybody? I might have just lost everybody. Hope I didn't. I was trying to find a way to do Streamlabs from, or to do a stream from my screen capture, but I don't know if I can do that. I guess I can't. It's messing up. Dang it. Okay. How about now? Is everything better? No, yes, maybe so. Joey, how am I doing? Testing, testing, testing. Always gotta do this kind of stuff to myself. Always gotta do this kind of stuff to myself. How about now? Better? Worse? Medium rare? How about now? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was getting sucked into the upside down. I was waiting to hang out with 11 and friends, and was getting yeah, Flatliners for a second. Flatliners is an amazing film. I don't know about they remade it, I guess, but I haven't seen the remake. I've only seen the original, and the OG is awesome. Anyway, if we start talking about movies and stuff, we're gonna be off the. I don't know. That doesn't belong on a Magic channel. So yeah, today's just kind of about hanging out with one another. I don't have any real plans. I can tell you that we're past the 4,000 subscriber mark, which is just incredible. Next Thursday's video, or I'm sorry, this coming Thursday's video is going to be talking about the giveaway. So I was trying to find out where to place that and all that kind of stuff. So a while ago, if you don't know about the giveaway and all that kind of stuff and where that came about, a while ago I had a former patron who had sent me a bunch of stuff to build up for this cool giveaway, and I couldn't find a good reason to do it. I was like, well, you know, I could just do it arbitrarily, but it felt like the amount of stuff that I had built up, it didn't seem like I should just whatever. So it started snowballing into this bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger package. And so what I finally did is I just said, you know what? Whenever I hit 4,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away all the stuff I've been saving up, all the things that have been gifted to this thing. So this includes a book on magic and clowning, which is actually it got some really good stuff in it. A couple of magic effects, some DVDs, some Apex bomb decks, just a bunch of stuff, just a bunch of really cool stuff. And somebody out there on my channel is going to get this prize package, or maybe I'll break it up into a couple of different prize packages. You know, I don't know. The details of that will be released on this coming Thursday's video. But you gotta go. You gotta be subscribed to the channel, and you've gotta follow me on some other social media platform. Like you gotta do the Facebook or the for Facebook and Instagram. really trying to build up the membership on those platforms as well. It makes it easier for me to get news out to you guys whenever it doesn't warrant a whole video necessarily, but I'm trying to push an information thing out there. So definitely Facebook and Instagram. It's easy because if you're subscribed to Facebook, you're already subscribed to the Instagram. Facebook owns Instagram, so it's very easy to do. Check it out. And definitely make sure that you're following me on those platforms as well, because that'll make it easier for you to know any of the extra stuff that goes into the giveaway or whatever. If I need to make some announcement, that's not a whole video. Yeah. Thank you, Ed, for sharing the info. I really appreciate that, bud. You know who's not here is Justin Two Cards, and you know what's going to happen is I know I'm going to get a call tomorrow or a message on Facebook or something going, oh man, I totally forgot. I knew you were going to be I forgot you're doing the stream. So I imagine this is going to happen. So, which is okay. And Justin, I love you and thank you. And I'm sorry that you don't know that I'm here. But I'm sure you'll catch up with us later. So, yeah, I want to talk shop tonight. I want to talk shop. So, whether that's about advice or on performing, or whether it's on business stuff or whatever, working on your Zoom show or whatever it is, I want to talk to you guys about that stuff. And I also want to answer any questions that maybe I left unanswered about my video yesterday on the FPS wallet. I was using it as recently as tonight, and I have some more thoughts on it. And so I really want to talk about it. Big Hands Card Magic, 38th birthday today. Thanks again for all your vids. Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday. I'm not far off from 38 myself. I'll be 34 this year. And I think that 38 is going to be pretty great. Then maybe you're proof of that. So I didn't even know you watched the channel. So thank you very much for joining us here tonight, and man, happy birthday. Go do something fun. What are you doing watching my stream? You should be eating cake or something, you know? It says he's old. I don't think it's old. Maybe he is. You know. The good news is if we're lucky, all of us get there eventually, you know? Getting old is easy. All you have to do is wait. So I am freaked out sometimes whenever I go, wow, you know, my kids are growing up so fast. It's me, Joseph Rasic. Rasic. I think am I still pronouncing that correctly? Rasic? God, I hope so. I hope so. At this point, I hope I got it right. You like to change your name a lot. So I don't know. I'm thinking about also how to promote this Patreon stuff. The other thing I want to talk about was the big, not necessarily in the stream, but just in general on my channel. I'm really trying to turn YouTube into kind of my next job. So it's a combination of things. I have. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm really close to hitting that monetization thing, which monetization is not going to be real good. You know, I think I need 700 more hours of watch time, but if I've already got 4,000 or nearly 4,000, it's like 3,000 and 3,300, then I'm really close to breaking into that 4,000 watch hours, which I'm very excited about. But I'm not expecting that it's YouTube ad revenue is going to do very much for me at all. So things I've got to do is I've got to grow my subscriber base. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. So I've got to still grow my subscriber base. I've got to been working on affiliate marketing, which is something that I've been doing nearly since the beginning of this channel. Some sponsorships would be nice, but that's got to be with a larger audience. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do. Is I'm trying to build it up because it's something I would really like to do. It really is. I enjoy doing this. I love hanging out with you guys. I think that hopefully we're doing some good work here on the channel and building a strong community of respectful and a diverse group of magicians who all have different opinions and thoughts, but can share those opinions and thoughts with warmth and respect for one another, and without without any kind of vitriol or putting down of one another just because we have a difference of opinion, which unfortunately is true of a lot of the world right now. So, Subs said, I can't see cards around your big hands. It's stuck. All right, big hands card magic. I like it. Amos Magician says, hey, Daniel Madison Alan, what's up with the mirror aesthetic? Whoop, boop. At least my mirror moves at the same time I do. The mirror aesthetic is just that I'm stuck in my my dining room. My wife needed to go to bed. She's not feeling too great, so I told her I would move my stream out into here. So I makeshifted a book stand to put my tablet on, and now I've got my microphone, which is really my microphone for filming videos, and I'm just kind of winging it. So this is the best perspective I can get. Otherwise, you guys are going to see a reflective glass here, reflective glass on my sliding door there. This is really the best angle I got. So that's the aesthetic. Plus, you get to see how well of a job I did shaving my head the other day. So I think I did a really nice job. But it's about time. I'm starting to get shaggy again already. I need to take that down again. You can hear that. Oh, there's the ASMR video. Yeah. Big Hand says, COVID has other plans for any social, unfortunately. Yeah, it's true. It sucks. I know this because I need to do magic for a living. I want to issue a warning to everybody, too, because it's something I think is important to address. I'm reading your comments here while we're... Chicago suburbs. I visited... I was in Chicago. I got stuck in Chicago a couple weeks ago. So I was probably really close. I was probably closer to you than I've ever been before a couple of weeks ago and didn't know it. I was at I got stuck at O'Hare Airport. So, yep, pretty cool. So let's talk about a little bit about what's issue that warning, and this is something I was gonna make an official video on that, and I might still do it. Not everybody watches this stream. In fact, a very small amount of people watch the stream all the way through, compared to people who watch my Thursday video that's only like maybe 10 minutes long or something, sometimes shorter, sometimes longer, but more people catch those videos, so I think I might just do a full dedicated video on it. But my thoughts on being out there in like ground zero right now, performing and actually like picking some shows up and working them and trying to, get back to some semblance of a paycheck or some way to keep the lights on, because God knows we're not getting any help from the government right now. I'm not working very much. I can tell you that I have, my weekends are usually booked, but I used to be almost every day of the week I'd be working 5-6 days a week doing shows, 2-3 shows a day or something. So I'm not doing that right now, and so and they're not the shows that I normally do, which means that the types of shows that I'm doing are a different rate. They're a lower rate than the other shows that I used to do, and so if I'm working less with a lower rate, we're not really making that much money. But something that I can tell you is from the types of shows that I'm doing right now, they're usually house parties. It's a lot of house parties, and not everybody at all these house parties are really overly concerned with the whole social distancing, whatever. Sure. Okay, we can talk about, how dangerous is it really? Is it, is it whatever? I mean, everybody's got an opinion on everything becomes so politicized. But if you have a concern, I have a young family, and I tend to want to err on the side of caution, right? Maybe it's a lot less worse than we think it is. Maybe it's about as bad as we think it is. I don't know. I rely on experts whose job it is to do that and to tell me what to do. So on that, right? That's what we employ. That's what we spend our money on, is to hire people who are smarter than us in certain areas and tell us what they think in their opinion is the best thing to do. Right now, it seems to be to distance socially, to wear your masks, to use hand sanitizer, to do all these things, right? Especially whenever you're gathering for live events, it is a liability not to. So that being said, I'm of course following all of those protocols, and being extra cautious with close contact and that kind of stuff. Other people that attend the parties are not. They're not even pretending to keep up a veneer necessarily of trying to follow guidelines. So it's a concern. So that's something that I will issue out to you, that not everybody is taking it very seriously. Some people are not, and that's, again, if you're somebody who thinks that this is overblown, I can understand and I can appreciate that, but I'm, again, erring on the side of caution because I don't know, and I have a young family, so it's not something I want to mess with. I Not everybody's wearing masks. People are sitting real close together. People are, having a drink in hand, so that way they can say they're eating and drinking and removing the mask. So they're like finding other ways around it, or they're not doing it, or they're paying lip service, but they're not really doing anything. And that can be a dangerous situation. If you do not want to be yourself put in a position where that kind of stuff happens, then, really consider maybe looking at your contract that you have, or the contract that you're working with your entertainment agent or whoever you're maybe being booked through. Make sure that they're following those guidelines, and consider, what constitutes a breach of contract in those things, right? If you show up at the party and people are not following guidelines that make you feel safe as well, then that's a hazardous work environment. So you can either be charging hazard pay, or you can decide that, the contract is null and void, and thank you very much, and I'm going home. But you have to consider those things for yourself, because nobody knows. Okay, and see, that's what I'm talking about. And I know people who've gotten very, very sick with it. So, but it's the thing is, you can have as much proof in the world as you want, and you're going to find somebody who's a detractor and says that it's not. So, I'm not here in any kind of political or to push my own opinion or anything like that. I'm just saying, as an observer, people at private events are not adhering to the guidelines, CDC guidelines. So, and that's been every event that I've done, right? So, of course, I'm doing parlor shows. I'm keeping my distance, wearing my mask the whole time, offering hand sanitizer, sanitizing my hands. So, but a lot of people are just ignoring it, right? So just be aware of that. Let me check out what you guys' comments are here. And yeah, I mean, the thing is I thank you. I think I am being responsible. It's because it's the right thing to do, especially if I'm a guest in somebody else's home. I don't want to get anyone sick, and I myself don't want to get sick or bring it home to my family, my very young family. So not a position that I want to put anybody in. So I think that there is a level of care that needs to be given to that. But I can tell you, the contracts that my contract and other contracts with other entertainment agencies that I've worked with clearly state our COVID policy about what constitutes a breach of contract, or what kinds of safe work environment. Because my contract before already said that it, that the as a given or assumption that the performer will need a venue or space that provides a safe work environment. I already have that, right? So that's already part of my contract. And then, of course, you expand it with the COVID-19 policies or whatever. You really need to be paying attention, because people are not not paying attention to it all. If they're having, and the thing is, I think what it is you feel safe in your own home, and you feel safe with your family and everything, and you think, oh no, it couldn't possibly happen to me, but it could. So it's just something. It's a warning. It's something that again, being that I'm a guest in somebody else's home, I'm not in a position to really say anything about it at that time. But it is something that you should be aware of that is a concern, or has been I've seen on the ground level. So it's a tough situation. It's a tough situation. And then of course, there's also the part of like, hey, I actually would like to work. So how much can you feel worth risking? Is it worth the risk to you to then go and do these shows, knowing that the conditions may not be suitable for your comfort level, or feeling of safety? So it's a real thing. It's a real thing. It's something to think about. And again, I'm not complaining. I'm not putting anybody down. I understand that different people are feeling different ways about it. Whether I personally agree with it or not is irrelevant. But it's just an observation that not everybody is following CDC guidelines at gigs. So be aware of it and do with what you will with that information, I guess, is where I'll leave that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear about your family member. That's no good, and I'm sorry. Put fire in your routine to destroy any contaminants. Well, here's the thing: is that you can't do fire anymore. I don't know if you know this, but you can't use fire in nearly any venue in the United States. You have to have a special insurance policy for pyrotechnics, and you have to have a pyrotechnics license. And you need to have somebody. Even just to light a lighter. I'm not even kidding. To do that, you need a pyrotechnics license in a lot of states, including Texas. So it's not worth it. It ends up not being worth it to do fire at all. And that stands actually not for just pyrotechnics, but cryotechnics as well. You have to have certain licenses and trained personnel on hand to do those kinds of things. And they get very expensive. Now, I was doing a full-blown illusion show to the kin of, I don't even know who does that. Maybe Jeff McBride or something. Some big razzle-dazzle crazy show. Yeah, I would consider that. But most of the work that I do is one-man stuff. It's mentalism. It's walk-around magic. I'm doing, stage or parlor shows a lot of the time, but it's just me. They're not big, overblown illusion productions. I don't have an assistant. I found out a long time ago I did not want to go the route of having an assistant because I've heard some horror stories. You just, somebody, you're working with somebody, male or female, doesn't matter. But you're working with somebody and they start to get the idea in their head that maybe you're not treating them right, whether or not it's true, right? You could be paying them very well. You could be giving them health benefits. You could be, whatever. They get the idea they don't like something you did, and they decide, you know what? I think I'm just going to take off now. And they'll leave or never show up to a gig, and you'll be screwed. You will be screwed. You go, hey, look, I'm at such and such gig. You're going to have this big thing. It's some big tens of thousands of dollar production or something. You have your assistant been training with, and they go, I don't know if I like that Alan guy anymore. I think I'm gonna just quit and go find a different job. And you go to the show, you're ready to do the show, and then that person never shows up. And it's not the kind of thing where, a magician's assistant has to be pretty well trained on a lot of different effects. And it's not something you just go, hey, just stand here, look, just hold up the thing, smile, do this little dance move or whatever. No, it's like, there's stuff that's like, very dangerous life or death stuff that you are training your assistants for sometimes. And it's not something that you can just pick somebody up off, anywhere and just say, hey, I need to temp you. So for that reason, I decided I never wanted to have a magician's assistant, unless, of course, it was my wife, because then I could be fairly certain that that would be some kind of insurance against that ever happening. But my wife would never appear on stage. She does not entertain the idea of ever being a magician's assistant. I've asked her countless times over the last 10 years, hey, you wanna come do this show thing with me, or you wanna, do it? And she's like, no, I don't want to do that. So not her thing, not her thing. Just not as extroverted as I am. Big Hands Card Magic says, got a debate for you. Before COVID, beards attract germs, and the worse, the thicker the beard. Do you think COVID is attaching itself to facial hair unknowingly? I don't think so. I mean, not any more than it is any other part of your, maybe it's attached. I mean, you can get COVID from having it enter any of your orifices. I mean, what are you going to shave your eyebrows off? I mean, like, I don't, I think there can be a level of like hypochondria or germophobia, which is like, I think we're all a little bit germophobic right now, but I think that's taking it to an extreme. If you're wearing a mask fully covering your face, I don't think it matters, And if you're practicing good hygiene, you wash your face and your beard, then I don't see why that would be any more dangerous. I do stroke my beard, but my hands are clean, so only if you stroke your beard and have the virus on your hands. There you go. Just tell your audiences that you have an assistant that was not working, so you made them disappear. I'm an introvert. Well, yeah, but you can't. But you can't if you signed a contract that says, "Hey, look, I'm producing a large scale illusion show for you guys, and it's it costs $50,000 to put together." And then your assistant decides, what, I'm not going to do that anymore. I just don't think. I think I want to go do something else, or I want to go on vacation with my significant other. Or I want to do that. I don't want to do that show. It's whatever. His bald head is too shiny, and gets whatever the reason is. If they don't then show up, you are screwed. What are you going to do? I mean, the solutions that I've seen to that are that you have several magician's assistants, but hiring a magician's assistant it's not contract work. I mean it is, but it's highly trained to your show. Lots of rehearsal stuff. You can't just up and find somebody else, and you can't keep lots of people on retainer because it's expensive to do that. So it's like trying to find a babysitter on a Friday night. Like, good luck, a trained babysitter who has, certifications in CPR and all the. I mean, like, good luck finding that last minute, So, you can, there are some people who do build a reputation in the industry as being magicians' assistants, just as people are magicians. There's a sub-market for magicians' assistants who can work lots of different shows and know all the different major illusions and can adapt to your show and all that kind of stuff. But that's a dangerous place. I never wanted to mess with. So, and it's also two schedules and all these things. Would I like to do a Grand Illusion show? Yeah, I think that'd be fun. But and I mean, still have the option available to me. It's never off the table. I know all the people to make that happen, but it's just not something I've done. Not something I don't know. Big Hand says, for years I was helping my pyrotech friend set up fireworks. Tedious but fun. Problem is, you're breathing into the mask and germs staying on your face around your beard. I don't know. I mean, I understand that facial hair may increase the risk a little bit, but I mean, I think it can get so. Did you wash your hands completely properly today? Did you? I mean, like, it's. I don't know. It's not a debate I can get into. I honestly don't know enough, but it seems to me that there can be a ridiculous point that you can take anything to, and sure, maybe I have a slightly increased risk. But if you wear a mask the entire time, I don't know if you're practicing good hygiene habits, washing your hands and face. I don't know why you would have any more concern about it with a beard as without. So I don't know. Well, we can't see it with the naked eye. We can definitely see it, but not in a way that's any kind of useful. But yeah, no, just don't touch surfaces. Or if you do have hand sanitizer, I mean, I have a bottle. I'm sure a lot of you guys do. I have one in my car. I have one in my Magic case. I've got a little one that I carry in my pocket. You just hit a little bit of that. You know, I have a little key. My keychain allows me to open doors. I got like one of those little brass key things that allows me to grab door handles and stuff without touching them. And then I just don't touch my face until I don't touch anything. I don't touch my keys. I touch my keys, but I don't touch my steering wheel. I don't touch anything else until I've slapped a little hand sanitizer on. So that's kind of where I do that. Try to be smart there. Oh, Alex is our AMS magician here, sending me a video to react to. I'm so afraid to. I'll tell you. I'm very nervous. Oh, it's from Murphy's Magic. Okay. I get very nervous sometimes whenever I watch these things because I remember watching one on a stream live one time. I don't know if you guys remember, but I was doing a live reaction, responding to your videos gave a deck of cards away at that time, a couple months ago, and somebody sent like such a inappropriate video. It's just like I didn't want to air it, and so I was worried about reacting to videos live. So okay, let's take a look at this, shall we? This is called I Am R by Abstract Effects. Send shivers through your spectators. The pendulum has a secret.
Here's what happens.
Oh, it's the other brothers. It's the other brothers. I know the other brothers.
Table, and the spectator chooses any card.
Once the card is selected, it's put back anywhere in the deck, and the deck is closed by the spectator.
With the card genuinely lost in the deck, the deck is split into two piles, and the pendulum will move over the pile with their card. Hold it over each pile. Over one of the piles, it should move. Can you see that?
Yeah. The cards keep getting narrowed down, and the pendulum keeps moving. And it's all happening in the spectator's hands.
Well, that's kind of fun and spooky. I like that. I wish I would have known about that.
And while the spectator is holding the pendulum, they will hold it over each card, and over one of them, it will move. And every single time, that will be their card.
Oh my god. Whoa. That's crazy. That's insane. How?
Okay, so interesting, actually, kind of interesting. I know the other brothers, not real well, but I spent some time with them at TAOM. If you hear a story about me knowing a person, we could play a drinking game. How many times I mentioned TAOM? Be like, this is the TAOM drinking game. Yeah, I met him at TAOM a couple years ago. Really great. It looks like Daryl has lost some weight, and good for him. We hung out for a little while. He showed me some cool stuff that they were working on. I did not see this. I don't know when they came up with this, but this would have been a really cool Halloween thing. I would have loved to have seen that. I know a way to do that without I think the pendulum in this case is a special pendulum. I could be wrong, but I think it's a special pendulum. But I know a way to do something similar with just with nothing, actually. But I really like that. I think that's really cute and really clever and has a really interesting spooky element to it. So that's neat. I wish I would have been able to see that before Halloween. I might have done something with that. I say this because my job had me shave a year-old beard off. Well, big hands. I don't know. I would have asked them to pay you for that. It's like, no. That's a new policy. That wasn't a policy. I don't know. I would have been pissed about that, man. Yeah, my beard makes me much warmer. I really enjoy my beard. Cold Texas winters, which are really not that. I mean, they're bad for like a week. But man, that sucks. I'm sorry. I don't know how long or how old this one is. I mean, I keep trimming it back down to this length, so I don't know how long I've had this here, but a couple of years at this length. Yeah, I imagine it does. I imagine it gets very cold. There's no heat whatsoever. So that's got to be, especially if you're in Chicago. I'm from Michigan, so I know what that's like. That's not a good place to be, brother. I'm sorry. Stupid. If you're out in warehousing, like, are you driving like forklifts or that kind of stuff? I mean, what possible need would you have to shave your? I imagine you're not that close to anybody else in the first place. You're probably 6 feet or more away from everybody whenever you're working anyway. I don't get why they made you shave your beard off, and I would have told them they can take a hike. I don't know. It's easy sitting over here it's easy sitting over here to say that because I wasn't in that position, but it just seems like that's some bullshit. Favorite double lift and why? I just do a standard double lift, man. I mean, I do a double push off, get ready, and then I just flip the sucker around. Nothing fancy. I mean, sometimes I really like playing with, just for my own fun, I enjoy doing a D'Amico double lift and seeing how good I can get at my D'Amico. But that's not because it's practical or any other kind of thing. It's just what I like. Yeah. I don't know. That's my favorite. If I have a fancy double lift, that would be it. The D'Amico double lift. I think I've done a tutorial about that at some point. I think that was actually a Patreon exclusive that I did. Ugh. So while we're all here, while we're all hanging out, my most dedicated of subscribers and viewers, I want to ask you what I'm looking for. I have some ideas for what I want to do for this Thursday's video, but I would like some suggestions for what I do for this Thursday's video. So if you guys have an idea or something you want me to cover that I haven't covered very well, you want me to talk about in more depth or whatever, I would love to get some suggestions on what to make a video about. So please share your thoughts. I'm a huge fan of double lift from center, huge convincer. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think a normal double lift is okay too. I'm curious about that. Why do you think that a center double is that is much more convincing than just a standard double light? Why do you think you need to do it from the middle? I'm curious. Because I think that, a normal double lift is deceptive, because if it wasn't, then nobody would do one. So I don't know why it feels, to me it feels like, and maybe there's a good reason and I'm not realizing, but it feels to me like running when you're not being chased. nobody's suspecting that you're showing two cards as one card in the first place. Is there a reason to go to the extreme of having to do then a center double? I don't call it extreme, but why go through the extra effort of doing a center double? I'm curious. I mean, there are definitely reasons to do a center double that don't have anything for me to do anything with being more convincing necessarily as being fitting a routine. But it's not that it's more convincing. It's just a nice way to have a card selected and controlled. That's fair. I mean, well, you know what? I'm going to go get a deck of cards. I love you guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get a deck of cards. I know I got 7 people on the stream. I'm not going anywhere, y'all. I know you log in right now and you go, what the heck's going on? He's leaving. I'll be right back. I want to get a deck of cards and we can talk about this. I just have to go find a deck of cards. Oh, good, he's gone. Talk about him behind his back, right? Okay, I'm back. Let's talk about this. What do we got? Centers doubles, good. Sorry I'm late. Zombie, nice to see you. AMS is not. Still can't figure out if the push off double lift. Tend to push off 3 and not 2. Is Justin not on the stream? No, he's not. I don't know where he is. It blows my mind that Justin isn't here, but he's missed a couple. I think he's got other stuff going on right now. He's a young guy. He's got he's got school. I'm sure he's got lots of, I know he has commitments to his family. He's a very dedicated young man, and it seems like the family is very important to him, and I'm sure he's got some obligations there. So we miss him, but if he's not here, it's because he's doing something else that he needs to be doing right now. So. Just whenever you watch this, Justin, we all miss you. Okay? So, let's do... I don't know. I'll show you the double push-off. Let's go over the double push-off. And please, leave those ideas for videos. I'd love to... I mean, even if it's a type of something that I haven't done before, I would love your thoughts. I mean, I've been doing those reaction trailers, which I think are really fun. If anybody wants me to react to something that's come out... If you have some type of new video that I've never done before, but you'd like to see me do my take on it, I would love to see that. Okay, so let's talk about the double push off. I mean, there it is. I mean, there's the double push off. It's just like that. You just do a double push off. I mean, you could get all fancy with the ways that you do it and make it more convincing. Most people don't care about the hand ballet unless they're magicians. So, maybe we've got a rough. It's not the most pretty double push off you've ever seen, but it works, and that's all it needs to do. So, let's talk about it. Double push off, and I wish I had a second camera or a camera down at my hands or anything else. I'm not having the best luck in the world, but hopefully that works. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. So the double push off is just what it sounds like. Do you see how I do that? I don't start over here on this edge. I start close to the edge, but on top of the deck, kind of with the side of my thumb there. And whenever I do that push off, I push over one. And then you see that second one wants to come along with it. See, I have enough room there that the first one gets pushed off. That's just a single card. Okay? But I have enough of my thumb skin still reserved far enough back that it can contact the card below the top card. And in the action of pushing over the top card, also moves the second card. So there's a double, right? I mean, it can be done as quickly as that. I can show you. Let's do that again. And there's my double. So, I mean, you can do that whenever you're talking to somebody. You can get that ready really quickly. You can just go, okay, so we're going to take over the look at the 8 of diamonds. We'll put it right there in the middle, boom, on top. It's done very quickly and very comfortably. It's not a big production about I need to do this and I need to have my hand at my side and then get it, which is a fine time to do if you want to do the get ready before you're just talking off the side or something. If you do it a little bit slower. That's kind of the double push off. I'm sure I'm missing something. If you guys want me to do it from a different angle or talk more about something that I'm not covering, please leave me a comment because I would love to help. Let's see. How do you do the one-handed cut? Which one? Which one-handed cut? I've got a couple that I do. I mean, probably the Charlier is the most classic. And then there's also, all kinds of variations of the Charlier that you can do. I don't know. It depends on which one you're asking about, but I'm happy to talk to you guys about them. If you're talking about just a plain one-handed cut, that's called a Charlier cut. It looks like Charlier. It's pronounced Charlier, and it's not a very hard cut to do. Kind of show that to you. So the deck is held at an angle. You're gonna be propping up the cards like this, almost like you're doing like a one-hand shuffle, but you're probably not doing a one-hand shuffle if you're still working on Charlier. So you have your pinky on one edge. Just make sure the cards don't fall out of your hand. Same thing with the index finger here to start. 2 cards in the middle, or the 2 fingers in the middle like that, thumb on top. And then what's going to happen is you're going to break the cards in half with your thumb. Just basically what you're doing is you're letting half the deck fall. You're kind of wiggling it until half the deck falls off of your thumb into your hand like that. You see that pinky's still there, so those cards, none of them fall. You're not doing any of this kind of stuff because that'll for sure help you drop the cards. The pinky is a stabilizing thing. You need it there. It makes everything else much easier. Keep the pinky there. Pinky, thumb drops off half the cards. The index finger comes underneath, pushes on that face until the packs get levered like that. You create like this T shape. At some point, there's not going to be enough clearance, depending on how long your thumb is, but there may not be enough clearance for this packet to move without you letting your thumb go from this packet. So you just keep pushing up until the bottom packet clears, and then you have this kind of other T shape that happens because the top packet fell, and then you close everything up. It's half falls in your fingers, index finger pushes up, you let go with your thumb, bottom packet clears the top, and then you close everything back up with your thumb. From this side, okay. Then of course there's all kinds of fancy variations you can do if you're trying to show off, but that's basically the Charlier cut. Okay. Alan, can you do a video on the waterfall flourish? I have watched a few resources and I still struggle with it. Yes, I can. I can do that, and maybe that's something I'll do next week. I think I have a very old video on the waterfall flourish. The thing is that I've actually covered a lot of the things, a lot of those basic flourishes I've covered on this channel before, but it's been like 10 years ago. And those videos are not being found anymore. YouTube is not promoting those. But I had hundreds of thousands of views on those. But I guess maybe it's time to go back through. I've done, a couple of different, I did a video on fanning cards, so maybe it's time to do one on the waterfall flourish. Maybe I'll do that. The thing you don't want to do is the one thing you don't want to do is riffle at the back to do a double lift. And AMS is talking about this. He's talking about this thing, right? Yeah, kind of riffling at the back to get a double. I mean, if it works for you, fine. It's not my preferred way because it doesn't look as... You have gone on full demon. Full demon.
going X Games mode now. Let's do it, guys. I'm fixing my microphone. How's this? Hopefully this sounds better. Is that alright? I hope. I hope that sounds a little bit better. Yeah, riffle level's okay. I think it's fine. In fact, I think a lot of the times, if you were, depending on how much skill you're wanting to show with a deck of cards, I think is kind of what you're doing. You may be a complete, bamf with a deck of cards, but you may want to hide that skill. I'm still possessed by. Is everybody having problems with my audio? Is it just me? Jeez, sucks. See what I can do about it. See what I can do about it. See what I can do about it. Okay. I don't know what's going on. How are we doing now? Are we doing better? Cold Diamond's here. What's up, Cold Diamond? Good to see you, brother. Is the audio fixed now? I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I'm watching I'm trying to catch it. What is going on? What's up, Cold Diamond? Good to see you, brother. Is the audio fixed now? No. I don't know what's going on. I hope do I sound scary? Do I still sound scary? Can I talk like this? Yeah, I mean, that's really, I'm watching all this stuff here. I'm looking at your guys' comments here. So for some people, I feel like just doing controls is good enough. Yeah, your voice is deeper now. No, demon voice. I had to work on some schoolwork. Just do it at midnight, put them here. What's up, man? Some fake shuffles, cuts, and fans. Throwing a good double lift for. Honestly, yeah. You don't need. I mean, sometimes you'll come across a. Do I still sound like a demon? Do I still sound like a demon? No, I can't start the stream over. We're about at the end, so I'm just gonna say we're gonna have to maybe just call it a night here. I hate to do that, but I think we might just call it. We just might. I don't know. I hate to do that. All right, so just real quick. We're probably going to have to end the stream here. It sucks, but it's already 11 o'clock, and I've got a very big and long day tomorrow. So please, if you like this video, please like it. Share it with your friends if that's something you're into or you think your friends would be into. Help me out. Trying to build this sucker up into something big and crazy. So the more of you guys that show up, great, awesome, wonderful. If you like the video, please thumbs up it. Check out my Patreon if that's something that interests you. There's a lot of really cool behind the scenes stuff. Really, the people that are going to get the benefit out of the most are people who have some kind of interest in what it looks like to do magic as a professional, or are big fans of the channel and want to get the next video as early as possible, see behind the scenes stuff, that kind of stuff, kind of peel back the curtain and see more about me, more about the kind of work I'm doing on the channel. That's who it's for. And there's all different types of ways to engage with me. I really appreciate you guys coming to check me out. As always, it's a pleasure to hang out with you. And I'm sorry that this has been kind of a different setup. I hope everybody's been okay with it. Please send me those comments. Either if you send them in this, if you send them in the thing, I will never see the comments again. So please leave or in the chat. So if you have a video idea or something you wanted to talk about that I missed, please leave me a comment below the video, or message me on Facebook.com/The Magic Minute Official. Which, thank you, you're the best. I love you. So I think we're gonna call it there. I had a great time hanging out with you guys. I know we didn't talk about a whole lot, but please leave me your ideas for videos. That's how I know what you guys want to see. I mean, I can guess, and I've been guessing okay, but let me know what you guys want to see, and we can talk about it. And Facebook.com/The Magic Minute Official. It's somewhere probably pretty recently in our stream. Oh, also, I have a really cool Teespring store where I have a bunch of original artwork and some old woodcut things from magic books of yesteryear that you can have on T-shirts and all kinds of other cool stuff. So please check out my merch store too. Basically YouTube is my largest dependable source of income right now, believe that or not. So you do me a solid by checking out the channel. It helps me out a lot. So, or all the stuff that I have on offer. Thank you guys. I will see you very soon with whatever video I decide to do this weekend and film and shoot and put up. And then another live stream probably next Friday as well. In fact, I think we might do something fun and silly for that one. I know we've been doing, not everybody likes the video game stuff, but I found a way to actually do a video game stream with my PS4. So I think that would be fun. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. We'll try it. We'll see how many people hate it and how many people like it, and we'll decide whether or not we're doing it again. Anyway, I'm going. Good night. Thanks, guys, for showing up and hanging out with me. Had a lot of fun, and I'll see you guys next week. Now I have to figure out how to turn off this stream. There it is. Found the button. Good night, everybody.